ever heard that homeschool mums are amazing because they can do everything? Parent, teach, plan lessons, organize field trips, cook 3 meals a day, and keep the house clean, all while dancing and singing. Don't worry, be happy. In our dreams, maybe. Actually, there are some things we don't do so well, like teaching subjects we don't understand, or holding our kids accountable for deadlines and tests. Or when it comes down to being a whole basketball team or marching band, we mums really fall down on the job. But we can do these things through homeschool co-ops. You've probably heard of them. These are groups that get together and do things that they can't do on their own. But how do you know if you need a homeschool co-op, and how can you find one? And when you do, will it be a good fit for your homeschool family? Stick with me and I'll tell you exactly how to pick the perfect homeschool curriculum. So you know what a homeschool co-op is, but do you know if it will help you and your kids? These questions might help. Are there any subjects that are harder for you to teach, like biology or calculus? Is that a derivative or an integral? Or do your kids need more social time with other kids, like playing sports or taking field trips with their friends? If you answered yes to either of these questions, then it's probably a good idea to join a homeschool co-op. There are many homeschool co-ops to choose from, so you really have to pinpoint why you want one before you can start choosing between them. First, think about what is important to you in a homeschool co-op. What about faith and values? What about Christian or not Christian? Then decide why you want to join one. Do your children need more structure and accountability? You know, a place where they have to sit quietly, meet deadlines, and maybe shouldn't study upside down. In that case, you'll want to find a more formal academic co-op. These usually have certified or very experienced teachers. Your kids definitely won't feel as free to goof off as they do at home. On the other hand, do your kids need more of a social atmosphere? Then look for an enrichment co-op. These have things like hands-on science projects, homemade volcanoes, anyone? Theatre production, or sports, just to name a few. Some also specialise in field trips. Imagine getting group discounts on fun places like the zoo. Co-ops offer almost everything from arts and crafts to nature walks and college prep. Some even have mums' nights off. Wow. That's right, you heard me right. This is a time for mums to get together and even do a little goofing off. And speaking of mums, if you are new to homeschooling, then check out my homeschool parenting program. This is like a homeschool course for homeschooling parents who are not quite sure what to do or where to start. It will talk you through homeschool curriculum, where to start, a little bit about homeschool laws, and you'll just end up feeling a lot more confident about homeschooling than before. So I'll leave a link for it in the description box below. After you know why you want a homeschool co-op, then go online, go to Facebook and post in your local homeschool areas. Say, this is the sort of co-op I'm looking for, I'm in this area, can anyone help me out? So many people are just so willing to help out, and you'll get an answer to your question about something that's going to match if it's in your area. Or you can do the old-fashioned way of doing things, word of mouth. Ask people in your church or in your community, even your Uber driver. For some reason, Uber drivers seem to know everything. There are also online co-ops. These are usually based around a certain curriculum or a certain topic or subject. People from all over the world can connect online in online homeschool co-ops. And sometimes co-ops meet in churches during the week, so this is a great place to check for them. And how much does it cost? Don't just think about money, but also think about time. A lot of co-ops have an annual membership fee, or they will charge per class. They can honestly go from really inexpensive to quite pricey, so make sure you figure out your budget before you actually get there. And speaking of being helpful, if you're liking this video, then hit the like button, press the subscribe button. I do lots of videos on newbie homeschool topics, so this is the channel for you if you are into that. And another thing you need to know when thinking about homeschool co-ops is figure out how many days per week and for how long you will be meeting. Perhaps you do have this time commitment, perhaps you don't, and it won't be for you. So it's better to find out that information beforehand. After asking these questions and doing your research, you'll at least have found one or two that you like. So it's time to schedule a visit now. Take your kids with you too and ask for their feedback. After all, it's kind of as much their homeschool co-op as it is yours. It might be tempting to skip this step, but don't be tempted to do that. Sometimes things look really good on paper, but in person, it's a different story. What? You may not feel right, don't be obligated to join. There's nothing worse than joining a homeschool co-op that your kids don't like. But what if you can't find a homeschool co-op in your area? Well, you can just start one yourself. Don't worry, it's not that hard, really. Check out my video, Homeschool Co-ops 101, right here to learn how to start your own homeschool co-op. There's even a printable freebie you can print out, which will make this really easy for you, so go check it out.